Hi, my name is Jeremiah McLeod, and the discussion board question that I chose to discuss was in relating to brain rule number 9, which is vision. And the question is, why do you think there is both bottom-up and top-down processing features in many types of cognitive processing, including vision? Well, to start off, reading Brain Rules number 9, the chapter, I was reading through and I saw a couple things about vision and bottom up processing, but I really didn't get the exact definition that I wanted so I can better understand what the question was asking me. So, therefore, I did a little researching and I found that bottom up processing is also known as data driven processing. And that definition is bottom-up processing is also known as data-driven processing because perception begins with the stimulus itself. Processing is carried out in one direction from the retina to the visual cortex, with each successive stage in the visual pathway carrying out ever more complex analysis of the input. And top-down processing refers to the use of the contextual information in pattern recognition. For example, understanding difficult handwriting is easier when reading complete sentences than when reading single and isolated words. This is because the meaning of the surrounding words provide a context to aid understanding. Alright, so with that being said, I was trying to understand why do I think there is both bottom-up and top-down processing in vision, to be exact. And the reason why I thought so is because while I was reading Brain Rules number 9 and I was reading the book, the section on worth 1,000 words, it says, when it comes to memory, researchers have known for more than 100 years that pictures and text follow very different rules. We've all heard that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And it's amazing how we can look at a picture for even 10 seconds and be able to recall the same picture that we seen years ago, but we can't exactly remember every detail. And the reason why is because it says that the more visual the input becomes, the more likely it is to be recognized and recalled. And it says that the phenomenon is so pervasive it has been given its own name, the pictorial superiority effect. So that's why you're able to recall certain images as you've seen years ago, but you can't really remember the exact details. Another thing that I saw in the book that was kind of interesting is the exercise that they gave you. Basically, you close your left eye and you stretch your left arm in front of you. And you raise up your index finger on your left hand as if you were pointing to the sky. And basically, the activity is to show you that your vision, your visual processing is completely different from your left eye versus your right. And it's basically giving you exercise to basically challenge your vision, and they're telling you the exact telling you what to do so you can be able to see how great is your processing as far as with the activity that they're giving you to do. Another thing that I was looking at as far as discussing the top down processing theory is that a lot of information reaches the eye, but most of it is lost by the time it reaches the brain. So it's we can see a million things, but we're not able to process it as quickly for it to reach our brain in time. So therefore, some of that information isn't retained. And basically, at that point, the brain has to guess what a person sees based on past experiences, which I think is really unique. The fact that we can see all of this information, but we can't necessarily remember it. So what we do is our brain is set up to think that, hey, well, this a past experience that we've experienced before, this is kind of similar to what this person just saw. So it basically connects its dots, in which we'll be able to interpret that information and receive it and remember it. Richard Gregory was also a psychologist that I read about as far as the top-down processing, and he argued that perception is a constructive process which relies on top-down processing. All right. And I want to end this video by saying, as far as the senses that we have, vision is the most important one, and the book also says that it trumps all the other senses. Basically, what we see is only what our brain tells us to see, and it's not 100% accurate. So basically, what I want you guys to take from this video is to remember that we learn our best through pictures, not through written or spoken words. And it's also important for us to try to be aware of the information that we're retaining, and just embrace like the process of our brains being able to see things and reconnect them to past experiences. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.